And we are live.
Yay!
Adriana is Snapchatting. So just give her a second.
Talk about horses.
Talk about, yes.
Drink wine.
Yes, so she's explaining, I guess that's the closed captioning of what I'm doing right now. This is Tack Chat Live, where we clean our tack and drink our wine and chat about the topic of the night. I'm Michelle.
I'm Adriana.
And we're Unicorn and Centaur.
Yay!
Yay. Da, 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 da. I have to do the opening thing. All right, hang on. I got to get into the chat, everyone. This is the first few minutes where we're waiting for people to get here, and we're getting into the chat.
We should really do all this beforehand, but we were busy here.
It says one watching now. Is that you or is that me?
That's you. Maybe it's neither of us.
I know, right? Tonight we're talking about non-horse people. Bear with us while we get the live stream going. If you're in the chat, say hi. And if you're watching on the playback, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are a nerdy, creative equestrian, you may want to subscribe to our channel or not. I don't know you and your life. I don't know you yet. All right, so before we get into our topic, which is talking to non-horse people, we have to get organized here, which means, first of all, wine. We are drinking our fabulous $2.97 oak leaf Walmart special. Girl, I forgot the glasses.
I've got my own glass.
I know, but I have to go get mine.
Oh, I don't even have a mic on. What is this?
What's your microphone? Oh, no!
Sorry, guys.
Oh, and RIP headphone users. I just slammed down my microphone.
Savannah Pirate. Is that Robert?
That's Robert.
Hi, Robert. She left me alone again.
Yeah, she hates me. She hates me. Uh-oh, hey. Okay. Let's do this again. Now I have my glass, my Cheval Noir Designs. That's Adriana. Did I break this? Oh no, Doug, if you're watching. Okay, it's time for wine. I am drinking my, what do you need? Do you need white tonight or
I think
red?
I'm going white tonight.
Oh, do you need some of this?
so
Let's try
hot.
this first. I have another one. I'm gonna open another one, I swear.
Glass is in such good shape. I should rinse that out. No, this is fine. This is fine.
Okay, hang on. Thirsty. Let me open the other white.
Well,
I don't.
You got to use a corkscrew with that.
Well, they were
Careful.
They were out of oak leaf
So
at Walmart today. I know. Well, then I had to get this barefoot. I like Riesling, but I don't know if I like the barefoot wines Riesling.
Barefoot's classic, right?
Right. It was on sale too. It was like $4.97. Do you want to not mix wines? Do you want to slam that, or you want to give that to me? That.
I can finish it and then pour that in, unless you want this. And
Slam it, girl. Get started.
Slamming.
All right. Tonight, I am going to be oiling Krista's saddle again. I have a huge Western saddle oil tonight while we chat about non-horse people.
Oh.
What?
You
You did!
Me. Of course I did.
Love it. I love it. Oh, and one more thing before we get started. If you have not, I'll link to it afterwards in the playback. But we won a giveaway from the Budget Equestrian YouTube channel. Her channel got to 10,000 subscribers, and she did this giveaway with this huge box full of stuff, which I'm going to show off some more stuff tonight. But yay! And she included these keychains that she made. Now, Liam and I have already chosen ours. So oh my God. So Liam has one that says I love horses. So there's I love jumping and hunter jumper and dressage. So pick one. Yes.
Oh, I'm a big old whim, so I'm gonna go with dressage.
Lisa, if you're watching, hey.
Oh,
We'll find it. We'll find it. It's not. Don't panic, anybody. Okay. So Adriana has her keychain, her dressage keychain. Robert, are you drinking tonight? Are you joining us in your drinking? Or are you just here to dish about people who don't know what they're talking about horses? That's probably why he's here. Oh, Taylor's here. Hey, Taylor. All right. You know Taylor.
do I know Taylor?
She's a SCAD person. I believe she just, oh my God, we just had this conversation and I forgot. Honey, I'm sorry. Like, she's either a grad student now, or I think she's a grad student or just finished her undergrad, something like that. But she worked for the yellow pedicab people downtown. You would know her. If she went up, she would talk to her. She's blonde. She's cute. She's sweet.
Oh, no. Okay, so the only yellow pedicabber I know, I don't know them by name, but it's a husband and wife team. And they like us.
Aw, Taylor, Adriana works for Carriage Tours. She's one of the ones that parks in City Market. So when you go say hi to Adriana and pet her ponies.
Don't pet Dublin.
It says Rebecca would call me Lady Tutu. Cute! Because she wears a tutu. And Robert is cleaning and dishing. Okay, we poured our wine. We've got some people here in the chat. I've got my notes. I'm very organized tonight. They're even printed out in very large print because I'm not wearing my glasses. I know. So is anybody cleaning tack tonight? And if we are, what are we doing? Oh, here's some other things I got from the Budget Equestrians giveaway. Here's this liquid mink oil. And that, do I put that on my boots? Is that something that would go on the saddle? Or because it says...
I put it on boots. I don't use mink oil on my saddle, but I mean...
See, I'm like, huh? I'm not afraid to say I don't know stuff. I'm not afraid. I do have a, where'd my container?
Phase rug? Who's Phase rug?
I don't know.
Wait, what can't we say?
Oh, excuse me, you can't say that? Uh-oh, I don't know. I don't know. Mink oil, maybe. Mink oil. Yeah, Phase, are you a horse person or are you a non-horse person? We're talking about non-horse people tonight and how we can communicate with them because y'all are weird to us. All right, first of all, though, let me get out my needs foot oil. I love how I like hold it up like there's a label on it. I'm like, ta-da! And it's really just this trashed out, nasty bottle. I need a little place to put my, there we go, my phone. My phone was giving me problems. My phone is giving me problems. Non-horse people, the reason this came up is two reasons. The first reason is my mom is visiting this week, and my mother is not a horse person. I don't come from an equestrian family. Do you?
Not immediate. Not immediate equestrian. I've got like relatives who had horses, but like nobody close.
I see. Oh, Faze says that's disrespectful. Aw, I think somebody, I don't know. Somebody didn't get it. Bye, honey. So, anyway, what were you saying?
I don't have anyone in my immediate family that's like horse people.
Right.
But some of my cousins were into like.
Well, maybe because I said y'all people are weird to us. Maybe I'm disrespectful. I get it now.
Rude.
Yep. Bless him. I'm like, we're trying to figure it out. I guess I just did. I figured it out. Calling people weird is rude, and I should probably not do that. There we go. Note taken.
Note taken.
But my mom, my parents, like, they weren't horse people, and they would try to take me places and do stuff, but they just, like, don't get it. And it's hard because, like, when you're young, I don't know, it's hard to have horse people to talk to. I could talk to my sister, but
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, all my friends were horse people, or most of my friends were horse people up until probably high school. And even then, most of them were still horse people.
You had horse friends? What?
Well,
see, I didn't.
Because we had, we all went to the same barn, and we ride together on weekends, and we just rode as much as we could.
I didn't have that.
Yeah,
that's all. No, I was like,
we,
my sister and I were like the only ones in our little world, and my sister probably only rode because I did. She was younger than me, so I don't know. Brandy, if you're watching, join the chat and let us know. Did you really, truly love horses, or were you just totally idolizing your big sister? But I mean, of course, to them, we are the weird ones.
Yeah,
wearing knee patch pants to school and you know, hairnets and weird things. Aw, Robert's making a judgmental face. I'm sorry if dude got triggered. This oil, I don't like the way this stuff smells. It's rancid oil, that's why.
Oh, yeah.
But it's what, I mean, it's, I just wouldn't want to put it in a salad dressing, I guess.
No, you wouldn't.
So I struggle sometimes communicating with members of my family who don't understand why this is so important to me. I mean, they're just giant smelly animals, right?
Oh, absolutely. Like my aunt was absolutely sure that I'd grow out of this phase. I think my dad probably was too.
They're all sure we'll grow out of it.
Well, I mean, my aunt was sure that I'd grow out of every phase. It was always, well, what happens if you meet a boy that doesn't like what you do?
Whatever.
Well, then, if he doesn't like what I do, then he won't date me now, will he?
What happens if you meet a boy?
Oh, no.
That is like...
Then he'll come to the barn to see me, and they did.
I have boys come to the barn. Well, when I was a teenager, I took lessons at this dressage academy place when we lived in Germany. So it was German. Like, there was only one other American student in the class. So everything was in German. And it really is terrifying to get yelled at in German when you do something wrong. I'm like, I'm crying. I'm just trying to ride my horse. Achtung. Ew. So, all right, here I am oiling the saddle. I'm oiling a saddle. I wish I need a big old rack. Whoa, I'm about to drop my phone. I always drop something. I guess I do have a big old rack. I need a big old saddle rack that I could put the saddle on right here. And then I could be, you know what? We spoke about the budget equestrian. She has a video on her channel making a saddle rack out of like PVC pipes for under $10. I know, and it's like a short little one, so she sticks it in the back of her little hatchback little car, and I'm like, I could do that. I could totally do that. That would be a thing that would happen. But then I could put the little saddle thing right here. Do you have a saddle rack? You don't have one of those that just...
Yeah.
Would you be willing to look? Now that we're live on YouTube and you have to be nice to me, would you be willing to let me borrow?
If I can find it, yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I have no idea where it is.
No pressure, no pressure. I want this to be up so people can see that I'm like got a giant saddle in my lap. Giant saddle. I guess it's not fun Tack Chat if we can't see it. I'm gonna have to fix that for next time. We're gonna get a big old saddle rack so I can clean some saddles. Right? Yeah, Robert's saying can totally PVC stuff up. That would be perfect for the Tack Chat too, just to have that right here in between us. Then we can have a big thing like this on display.
Please don't hit me with that.
I'm not gonna.
I know. I missed one Tack Chat.
I'm not salty about it, I swear to God. Okay. Actually, I'm going to take the girth off this before I go any further. So that was one of the things I wanted to talk about tonight was the nice horse people. But then there are the not nice horse, non-horse people. Non-horse people. The not nice non-horse people. Like the phase guy, wherever he went. People who don't get it and are mad about it. Am I even on camera? I'm like struggling with this girth. Because I don't have to oil that. It's a string girth. But now it's out of my way, and I'm going to oil these. This is getting really 50 Shades of Grey really fast.
All right.
Oh, he says, use dowel rods. Oh, yeah. I wonder what would be cheaper, like thick enough, but wood would be heavy too.
Yeah. But
PVC would tend to break. Although with my English, this saddle's heavy. This Western saddle that's Krista's, it's heavy. It used to be Adriana's. It's really heavy. And but the little lighter English saddles I have probably wouldn't be too bad on PVC. I bet. What if I did that on? Would that be a Craft Chat thing to make the saddle racks?
I think so.
Maybe I could do that on a very special Craft Chat. And Robert says he made perches for the macaws. That's cute. And a PVC. Do they slip? Is it slippery, Robert? I would think PVC for macaws would be slippery. Am I wrong?
No.
I could be wrong. It's happened once. So here we go.
String.
So Krista's saddle's getting some extra oil, and then I'm gonna have to message her to come get it because it's taking up space in my house. So okay, getting to the other reason that I wanted to talk about this, y'all, people who don't understand what we're doing. This Saturday, downtown Savannah is supposed to be a protest of. Are they an Atlanta group? The people that are doing it, I don't know.
So
they're not local, right?
Oh, I think it's local.
Are they? It's an animal rights group that is protesting the carriage companies downtown.
And they're doing it in several different cities.
Right, Charleston they're doing as well,
and
right?
Atlanta, I think they're doing one.
Okay. I didn't know that were Charleston.
Maybe not Atlanta, maybe making that up. But there was a list I saw, and I went to the website or the event page. Some of my friends are interested in this.
What the
and
heck?
I'm like, guys, just talk to me.
I know. And I'm gonna have to go.
I don't associate with idiots, like uninformed.
Right.
I mean, if you're uninformed, that's one thing, but like.
Well, I remember going to the event page, and they talked about the plight of the carriage horses, but they didn't say what the plight was. I mean, like, it says they partner with them. Oh, it says for friction use macaque on the PVC. Oh, wrap with sports tape. Oh, Lauren's here. Hey!
Oh, yeah, the Savannah Animal Advocacy.
I don't know. Maybe that's it. But, yeah, they talked about the plight of the carriage animals. And I guess that's one of the things I'd like to talk about tonight. Is there a way to show them? That's naive, isn't it? To show them that the animals are okay. But
so my issue with the whole situation, with that particular situation, is those people do not want to be informed.
That's true.
They've got some sort of agenda that they want to. They've got a perceived notion of what's happening with these horses. And regardless of what we show them or what we tell them, they're not going to believe that. They're going to scream abuse. And
then here's what we want to talk about. How do we talk to them? Do we make fun of them? Do we laugh at them? Do we ignore them? Do we react angrily and shout at people? Do we know our rights? Would it be helpful if somebody's screaming abuse to say, well, according to Savannah City Ordinance 905-3 in whatever, these horses are blah, 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 to be able to recite the law, chapter and verse to them? Would that shut down someone?
I don't. Honestly, I just ignore them because there's nothing that I can say to them.
That's true.
I mean...
Well, if you're downtown and there's a group of people and they're saying awful and hurtful things, let's say you have a family in your carriage that's trying to take a tour. You do have to communicate with them, too, because, the 9 times out of 10, the people that get on your carriage don't know anything about horses either.
Yeah.
So now you're in a position to reassure not only the people in your carriage, but figure out how to deal with the nutters on the sidewalk who are screaming at you because the horse is walking outside.
Yeah. Chances are if they're getting on the carriage.
Right, they're already on board in some way.
Yeah.
But seeing people going, oh, look at him, he's tired, might make people go, well, maybe he's tired, Can we talk to people about the signs of a horse being happy? Like, what do they do when they're happy and they're pulling? How can you tell if a horse is being abused? Maybe that would be helpful.
I know they're like...
Too hot, too cold, too wet. That's what Taylor says, the anti-vaccine people of the animal world. Yes.
That's absolutely what that is. Ugh.
Just not listening to logic or reason at all, just shouting about things. Now, there is, being a part of a group like this can give, people a feeling of belonging, and that's very powerful as human beings. We really respond to that as humans, to be part of a larger group that is doing something with a purpose.
Yeah. So
that's hard to counteract. Like a
Is,
religion.
I'm all about calling out animal abuse and, obviously an advocate for animal. And I hate the fact that this group is called the Savannah Advocate or Animal Advocates.
Because on paper, we should be on the same side.
Exactly.
Because I advocate for animals as well. Yeah. I spend my life caring for them every day, constantly. So I don't know. Well, I wonder if this group, is this one particular group that's doing it to us, or because I feel like there's a group that comes from Atlanta. And Lauren's saying, I agree with Adriana. I've decided I can't change someone's mind on the sidewalk if I talk back to them through half a square. Yes, and you don't want to really be confrontational on a tour either, because, well, I don't know, the people in their carriage might be paying for some drama.
That's true. That's true.
But you want the people in your carriage to get a pleasant tour, and not have you be like, and then James Oglethorpe, and then going at it.
That's how I conduct my tours. I don't know about you.
That's always, I like to go into a screech going around the corner if somebody's particularly obnoxious. Says they feel like poser druids to me. That's God. They're posers for sure. This is just fun looking. It's the perfect, I don't know, it's a good weight. I don't know why I said that. Disregard.
There are 7 people watching. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 people commenting. The rest of you
are just like,
are you just lurking, waiting for Michelle to start beating me again?
Right, yes. Oh yeah, Lauren says what people don't seem to get to is that if horses didn't have other jobs, they'd be good animals. Oh, food animals. I think that's what that's supposed to be. Animals that aren't useful to humans get euthanized and slaughtered and put to sleep.
Well,
pick your euphemism. They get killed.
That was I think, one of the big things when slaughter became illegal in the U.S.
Right.
We had this huge influx of unwanted horses that.
Sorry.
Y'all can't see what's going on off screen.
I'm oiling it. It's Tack Chat. I haven't even finished my first glass of wine. Should I be riding in the saddle? No, I need to give it back to Krista. It's so big. Y'all, it's just sitting here like a lump on my lap. It's so huge.
And all they can see is like this.
This big old thing. I better not. I'm going to end up knocking over the seat. Hang on.
The neat spit oil, the wine.
All right, here we go. We got to get back to oiling. Okay. I said good animals. I make good animals. Damn it. Lauren.
Now, what did we just talk about, Michelle?
I know. Yes. Oh, Robert's blessing people's hearts. The wine is working well. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm going to have to try that screw off barefoot. Screw off. Did I say screw?
She's really getting into the protest thing.
No. Yeah, I want to find a way to do something besides just fight. Besides just shout at people, you're wrong, fake news, or whatever.
Yeah. Alice was, she's joined us for Tack Chat in the group a couple times.
Yes. Love me some Alice.
She's been kind of advocating for the carriage company, which is nice because she's not directly involved with the company.
Yes, that's nice too.
But they just don't want to listen to any
I've seen her on a couple of threads online being very calm and rational and like, actually, the horses are fine. And everyone's like, shut up, you. You're one of them.
And she's like, no, really, like, but she's like, I don't know why. I was like, thank you for trying.
Aw, yeah. There's got to be a way. You know what, though? Changing your mind about something is a process. You're not going to scream at a shouting person and have them go, oh, wait, you're totally right. That's just not going to happen. The people are too caught up in their own lives and business. But if we can figure out, this is why I wanted to have this topic, if we can figure out how to talk to people who don't understand, maybe the words won't reach them right then, but maybe they'll take the words home with them.
The one thing that I, have thought about is like literature of some sort.
Yes. Well, didn't Kira make a bunch of memes for Jennifer with pictures? Something about working horses. We need to.
I think Kira made some memes
about the working horses
years ago. Plantation did, like Taylor printed up some brochures about like questions about horses in the heat.
Right. Well, I would love to have something. I don't know if we can get something together by Saturday, but just to maybe print out a quick and dirty version of the heat ordinance and how the companies comply with it, and even a little bit of veterinarian-backed blurbs about, working horses. I don't know. Do you think that would work? Taylor says, suggest to them reputable animal browsers that have TV shows. Seems they understand media better than Word. Yeah. How to talk to people who don't understand, use little words. Yes. Sharing media links might be a good idea, especially for people who are like slacktivists. If you're like arguing online with someone. I did have my video series, Stuff About Horses, where I try to answer questions about horses that non-horse people have. Questions that when I'm downtown, I get all the time. Why is he standing like that? Is he lame? The leg thing. I
got that 5 times today.
Yeah. Yeah. People always want it. The funny thing is when they ask you, they'll have their leg cocked like that. They'll ask it. They'll be like, why is his leg like that? And I'm like, look at yourself. For a minute.
So one of our former office manager, Dana,
this is not that oil rag.
No, was working in City Market one day, and we had, back then we were pulled straight in, so we had like 5 horses in City Market, and one of them was a bit on the leaner side, Billy. Billy was never fat. I mean, even when he was fat, he was put together with spare parts. Yeah. And he still looked thin. He was
Some of them are really like raw boned kind of a.
So we had Billy, and then we had like Charlie, who looked like a tick. And, the rest of them were just round as could be. Well, some lady starts this, super fit, thin, willowy woman walks up and starts asking, going at her, like, why is that horse so skinny? Why is he?
Yeah.
And finally she looked at her, she said, ma'am, he's built like you. And she said, Charlie over here is built like me.
Cute.
And the woman just stopped and she looked at her and looked at the horses and she walked away.
Nice. That's good. That sounds like, is that a positive interaction? Does that count?
I think so. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I would consider that a positive interaction. Carriage fans. Carriage fans. Would like to have fans on the carriage, or like fanatics, like people who are fans of the carriages. I thought we should have, we should have carriage fans there. If there's a protest and there's a carriage out, we should have people like holding hands and encircling the carriage. I thought about if things looked like they were getting ugly, would we want to have like someone walking beside the carriage, between the carriage and the sidewalk, in case there are people trying to get ugly?
Yeah.
Can we do that, or are we even allowed to do that on the street?
I mean,
we've all had that weirdo who's walked alongside the horse during the tour.
No, I had years ago. We didn't have enough room on the carriage for somebody up front with me, and I was training a horse. And my boss Kara walked behind me for the whole tour, beside me for the whole tour. It was one of his first times, like, with people. He was fine.
Right,
He was perfectly safe. We'd taken him out a lot before that, but.
That's funny, though. I would kind of be upset walking the tour, though. I'd be sad, because I like to be with the pony.
Oh, yeah.
Although it is fun to walk. I remember when Mr. Bennett was first training to go out on the street at Historic, when he got there, and he was nervous about a bunch of stuff. But it was my job. I went out with Janelle when she worked there to go and drive. And anytime anything upset Mr. Bennett, then it was my job to jump down off the carriage real quick and go down to his head and grab his reins and be like, we're cool. We're cool.
Yeah.
We're cool, right? Look at me. We're cool. We're walking. We're walking. It's not a demon. It's fine. Everything's fine. And we just go past it. He'd be like, oh. But I'd have to like jump and then jump back up on the carriage.
Yeah.
The moving carriage, because I'm a cowgirl. No, Janelle would stop for me. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say I can get up on the back of the carriage while it's moving, not the front anymore.
Right. Someone riding shotgun. Robert said he messaged a picture on Messenger. I don't know if I can go into Messenger and look at that right away, Robert. Hang on. I'm busy, as you can see. I'm trying to think of times I've had people who don't understand shouting at me when I've had like a decent comeback. You'd think I would have decent comebacks. I'm all about the decent comeback, but I don't know. I get flustered when somebody's like, yes. Their faces get all ugly. I'm like, oh, he's my best friend. How dare you?
Did I talk about on here the day that I got? I don't think I have. So
fresh tea,
please.
Hang on. They make grand assumptions by human. Scott says they make grand assumptions by humanizing attributes on a horse as negative responses to their jobs. Oh, his eyes look so sad. Oh my God, he's foaming. He looks so tired. Oh yes, they always say their eyes look sad. I'm like, that's what shape their eyes are. Goat's eye. Have you seen a goat? A goat's eyes look. A goat looks like a demon.
Oh yeah.
That's just what their eyes look like. Horses have sad eyes. Goats have demon eyes.
Well, I mean, Dublin and Teddy both have one crazy eye. Shay's got two crazy eyes.
Sunny only has one eye. My Sunny buddy.
Not a full glass.
He was so cute today. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Sunny was so cute today. We had a sudden shower at the barn, and there's a tin roof. And my horses live outside almost 24/7, so they're usually outside during the rain. They're not in the barn when it rains. So today the shower came out of nowhere and started just pattering the tin roof, and it was so loud, and it was really coming down. It wasn't just loud for a tin roof. It was loud. And Sunny wasn't used to it. And so he was obviously like nervous and shaky and everything. And so I went over to him, and he would only calm down when I cupped my hand under his chin, his jaw, and it got heavier and heavier as I sat there and held him. And it was like we were holding hands. And he just sat there, and he kind of took a little half nap and relaxed with his chin in my hand.
You're his Thunder Buddy. Thunder Buddy for life.
I'm like human Thunder shirt. It was so sweet because he's normally so brave and nothing bothers him. And I was like, oh, honey, you little sweetheart. Yeah, foaming must be rabid. What should we do? Taylor says goats are demons.
Oh, that's true.
Oh my gosh.
So this was.
Oh wait, I have to try. This is the Barefoot Riesling. I do like a nice Riesling. It doesn't really have an aroma.
That's because you've had like oil up your nose for the past hour.
Does that affect a wine tasting if you like have rancid neat's foot oil all over your hands? The bouquet of this is rancid. With notes of neat's foot. That's sweet.
It is very sweet.
That's almost Moscato sweet. That Riesling should be ashamed of itself. That Riesling is out way past its bedtime.
It is.
Mm-mm. That is almost Kool-Aid sweet. We don't like that. We don't like that, I've decided. I'm sad now. There was no oak leaf.
There was no oak leaf.
There was no oak leaf, and everything else cost money. Thunder Buddies, as Lauren said. Yes, we were Thunder Buddies today, and Liam was with Artax, and Artax was just like being whatever Artax usually is. He's the same no matter what. It's a sunny day. Oh my God, it's a rainy day. Oh my God, we're being ridden. Oh my God, we're just standing in the pasture. Oh my God, it's all the same. So Liam was hanging out with him today, but Sunny was unusually. Oh, it's early tonight. I was wondering what time it is, and it's 11:05. What does this mean?
It's probably has to do with Riesling.
It probably has to do with the Riesling. The Riesling just ruined my life. Mm-hmm. It's sad, really. Have I finished oiling this? I have to still. Did I?
This fender?
I did not do this fender. I know, don't. No panic. Hang on, I'm gonna kind of sit it up here on this.
Y'all don't see what I see.
Right by my full glass of wine. What could go wrong? Okay.
So.
But wait, where did my oil rag go? Oh, no.
Here.
Aw, she saved me.
I just didn't want to, you know.
Last time when Catherine was here, it was her that spilled the oil. I was like, aw. All right, yes. Oh, look at that. That's good stuff. Oh, it's darkening. Here, I'm going to show you. Oh, we're oiling that thirsty leather, girl. I'll tell you, the response that feels satisfying is to laugh at people, but that's ugly.
Well, so, okay, so I had this guy. I was pulled up into City Market, and I had Patty.
Uh-huh.
And it was, I don't remember who she
Patty's
was with.
an attitude.
Patty has attitude.
Patty's a biter.
And she also liked to foam with the mouth. That was like, I mean,
right.
You know, you look at her, put her bridle on, immediately just foam dripping.
Is there a quick way to explain that to people?
There's not. But this guy, and we were watering over in the corner, you know, around the corner. And we just gave her water. She drank a bunch, and they came around the corner. She'd gotten hosed off. And I was sitting there, you know, kind of waiting for my next tour. And this guy up at Treehouse starts screaming at me about how I'm abusing my horse because I haven't offered her water and she's thirsty. And I said, sir, she just got water. He said, well, she's obviously thirsty. Just look at her. You're just playing on your phone. You're on Facebook and blah, blah. And he said that I didn't care for my horse. I had no worry about her. And that just hit a nerve, and it made me so mad because that is the last thing you want to tell me about my horse, that I don't care about them.
Right.
And of course, I was ready to get off the carriage and fight him. Right. And the City Market girl, I don't remember who was working that day, she wouldn't get on the carriage and hold for me, which is probably a good idea. So instead, I texted the manager of that bar, and I said, hey, are you working?
Yeah.
And he said, no. And I said, who's working? Because you should tell there's a gentleman outside that needs to be cut off.
Oh my God, I think you told me about this. Yes.
Yeah, I think I told you when it happened.
Yes.
Like, yeah. And
that's awesome.
The bartender walked outside and cut me off.
There you go. That's
I was so proud of myself. I said, do not pick a fight with me in my city. You will certainly not while you're sitting at my bar.
I wonder how many of the animal rights people have pets. Like, because can you imagine going up to someone with a dog and saying, how dare you keep that dog on the end of a rope? That's disgusting.
People do that.
Do people do
my
that?
Goodness. So
wait, is that a thing that I was like, how do people not do that? And they do?
No, people will like shame you for the way you walk your dog or somebody walked up to Aubrey and I because we had Freya out.
See, I don't have a dog, so I don't know this.
And Freya was fine, and they proceeded to tell Aubrey how terrified she was and how it was horrible that we had her out in public like that. And I was just like...
Are people just judgmental biznatches?
Yeah.
All right. Then, okay. You know what? They really are a small group. Oh, Rebecca's here. Hey, girl. Hey. Dog slavery. Oh, and Scott says, my response to all negative abuse accusations. I wish you were a horse right now. My punny baby. Yes. Yeah, the animal thing. People tell you how to be with your animals. I guess then, okay, if people are being judgmental about the dogs too, then...
People are judgmental about everything. They all have an opinion. And they all give it to you unsolicited.
Why are people?
I mean, going back to you, I'm sure you had unsolicited child care advice. I'm sure.
Oh, people love to tell you. Yeah, I did. My big thing with Liam was I did the baby wearing thing where you strap them to your body, and I just loved it. It was just great. It was so cool. And I hated strollers. I didn't. I didn't really care for the strollers. I like to wrap them to me. And so many people like, he's never gonna walk. he's going to be attached to you at the hip for the rest of his life. He's never going to be able to be away from you. And now, I mean, he doesn't even care about me, and he walks just fine. He walks fine. Oh, you haters. Haters going to hate. I have oil all over my phone now, by the way. Rebecca says, did you color your hair? You look amazed.
When was the last time I was on here?
I don't know.
Did I have a blonde streak?
It's been a while. I think you had your blonde streak. It's time for me to shame Adriana for not hanging out with me more.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I washed my hair. I washed my hair this afternoon.
Well, I'm getting sweaty, even though I turned down the air. And y'all, it's past my bedtime. It's because my mom's here. We've been doing so much, and I'm like so tired.
I am surprisingly energetic. I got up.
Okay, then you do the rest of the Tack Chat.
This is a kid leaving me alone. We don't do that.
I'm just kidding.
If you let me do the rest of the Tack Chat, I'm going to start into my test out my podcast.
Oh yes. I saw your what should I do my podcast on? Because Adriana gets these crazy messages from guys, and I'm like, that was part of what inspired the Centaurs Don't Understand Dating. Yes, you're my human friend in that one. So yes, I had super glue. Y'all, everybody who watches these things knows that I'm a mess. I can't keep anything straight, even when I'm sober. And I bought super glue just for the express purpose of gluing my smiling boots. Look at that.
Oh.
It's like, it's not even smiling. It's like a tooth will come out. And here's what I'm dealing with here.
Yeah, I was going to bring my boots over, my Ariats, and I forgot.
All right. Well, I ended up, I made a video, how to clean cat pee out of your boots. I got the pee smell out.
Oh,
yes.
Yay.
And it was Robert, thank you, Robert, with his suggestion. He's like, lots and lots of baking soda.
Mm-hmm.
I actually washed the boots. Do you know how hard it was to put my boots under running water?
Oh, yeah.
With soap and like suds and the rinse and putting them under the water. I was like, no, it hurt.
Well,
but they were ruined anyway. I was going to have to throw them out.
The thing is, you splash around in the water in them. Like it rains.
Oh, I walked through puddles. Oh, after that shower we had today, it was like ankle deep water all the way back to the paddock. Please, girl. Oh yeah. Rebecca says that's totally something normies would say. Did you do something different with your hair? No, I showered.
No, I mean I shower. I just don't always wash and brush my hair.
I don't do that.
I'm such a garbage person. I went on vacation. I forgot to brush. I was in New Jersey for like 4 days.
My mother is visiting. My mother is one of those house neat as a pin kind of person, and I'm not. I can't. I don't have that level. I can't. And it's not that I don't value a clean house. I do. I'm just not able to.
Well, it's especially when you've got such a busy schedule. Like you should not. My house is not good right now. I've got somebody coming over to help me on Thursday to purge and organize my life. We're straying off topic.
By the way, my mother visiting is like there may be a special guest in a YouTube video later on this week. Just saying. I'm just saying. No spoilers or anything. That wine is weak. That's not a Riesling. That's a Moscato. I'm angry about it. I'm like, I'd like to speak to the manager.
Better get a haircut.
I do need to get a haircut. I need to go to my friend Jen. You know Jen McCraney?
Look at that face.
Probably.
I'm really bad with names.
I feel like we're on Facebook together, all of us. But she does, she works at a barbershop for men, but she does like women's hair too. And she's great. She's great. Rebecca says, do I shower if all I'm doing today is going to the barn? Even if I haven't showered in 3 days, because the only time I leave the house is to go to the barn? Yes. I end up having to shower because of Taekwondo, because they're very fanatic about keeping the mats clean there. No shoes on the mats at all, ever. Only like bare feet or, socks or things like that. So I'm like, well, God, if I can't have like shoes on the mats, then I definitely can't have hair and poop and bug spray and sweat. So it's almost like there are days where I'll shower before I go to the barn, And then I'll shower again before I go to Taekwondo. And then I have to shower again before I go to bed.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, ew.
Well, I just took my second shower today because I showered second or third.
Now, in the winter, it's a different story. In the winter, because I'm not, like, sweating or anything. In the winter, I'll be like, how many days have I worn these pants?
Well, okay, you can wear pants in the winter a lot.
But still, I mean, no, I mean, like, the same.
Oh. Okay.
Too
Fly spray is like deodorant, right?
Fly spray. You know
this
what?
is why non-horse people don't understand us.
Yes.
This is it.
There are some, like, the ones with the citronella. I'm like, ooh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I do.
I like the skin so soft.
There's somebody at the barn has a really good smelling fly spray where I'm like, it's so weird. Oh my gosh.
How to chat to non-horse people turns into a chat about Warren's no lies.
Oh my gosh.
So going back to on topic, my mom is very much not a horse person, and
isn't that weird? How did they birth us?
She likes horses. She thinks they're pretty.
Yes.
But
being close to them.
Yeah, and she would go to all my horse shows when I
Aww.
when I was little, when I was younger, I just didn't. It just was such second nature to me. I said, "Here, Mom, like take this horse." Well, the particular horse that I told her to take was pretty large. She was over 16 hands, and she was a some sort of warrant painter or Hanoverian or something like that.
Right. One of those old school
beautiful horses, and she was. My instructor had shown her that weekend, and so I said, "Here, Mom, take this horse so I can get mine off the carriage, the trailer."
Yeah.
And I'm in the trailer, and I hear this. Help! And I poke my head out. This horse is following me. Of course, my mom is holding onto the very end of the lead rope, and she's walking, and the horse is leading with her.
Right, he's
fine. And I'm like,
she's being a good boy.
You're leading her. That's what
she's being a good.
That's what she's doing. And she's dancing around the end of the lead rope. My mom. This is my mom, not the horse. Oh, it was hilarious, and I still tease her about it to this day. And it's been
my mom
been over 20 years.
My mom, you remember Dan Carnes? That
yes.
Karen bought. He was a carriage horse down at Historic Savannah Carriage Horse. And this was years ago, and my mom came to visit me at the barn, and there was the big turnout area. There's the turnout area they had. They blocked off this way now, but it used to go out the side door. And there was like one little door. It was like a human-sized doorway that these giant draft horses had to go in and out to get out, which was probably not the safest thing. Oh. So my mom came to visit. She's standing in the doorway, and Dan looks her up and down. And he realizes right away she's not in charge. So he's like, well, I'm going back in the barn. He just was like, he didn't really push her out of the way. He just walked, and she was there. So she ended up like getting pushed to the side and getting her arm like scraped against the door. I felt terrible. I'm like, oh my God, because I'm standing right there. And with me, if it had been me, I would have either stepped out of the way or thrown an elbow and been like, oh, heck no, not on my watch, mister, not today, Satan.
Oh my gosh.
But my mother didn't know what to do, so she just kind of froze, and he ended up like pinning her in the door frame. And I was like, oh my gosh. Dan, he was a bad baby. He saw right away. He was like, oh. Like, oh my God. Rebecca says when non-horse people talk about their expensive hobbies, I'm like, oh, that's cute. I don't even want to know how comfortably I could be living right now if I didn't own 3 horses. That hurt a little right there. This is suddenly a very good wine that I need to drink all of. Oh, yes, I don't know. Katie and I were talking about that barn the other day because her mother is not a horse person either.
Yeah.
Her mother's very timid and shy and very nervous around the horses. And then we are these, like, and our mothers are, how, is your mom like a tiny person like ours are?
She's 5'7".
Okay. Well, that's smaller than you.
Oh, yeah.
But Because you're tall. Adriana's like 6 feet tall. But like my mother's my height, but she's still very slender and very petite. And Katie's mom is very slender and petite. And we're like, how did these little tiny ladies, like proper ladies, give birth to these loud, big, crass, horsey women? What happened?
I'm not sure that my mom is necessarily a proper lady.
Oh, see, I don't know your mom.
She's very sweet.
Right. She seems nice online.
But she's
my Facebook friend.
She's your Facebook mom. My mom.
I think I requested her. I was like, that's Adriana's mom. I need to add her. She's very. She hasn't interacted with me or anything, so I don't know if she's like afraid of me or like.
No, she'll eventually Facebook stalk you and then like all of your things.
Aw, Rebecca says her mom is baffled by the amount of time she spends at the barn too. And 4 fabulous friends. Hi, how are you? We've been clean. I have oiled this giant saddle, and we've been talking about how to talk to people who don't understand horses.
And we've also been talking about how sweet this wine is.
It's a very sweet Riesling. It's very Moscato sweet. Yes, Rebecca says in a beautiful wine glass. I'm like, Mom, she poops every day. Oh my God, I wish Rebecca could come down here and visit. She just took a trip in New York, and she was posting pictures, a trip to New York with a girlfriend, and she was posting pictures of her. They did a carriage tour, and I'm like, oh, yay! Sophie or Sophia or something. Of course, I remember the carriage horse's name.
Of course.
I don't remember anything else about her trip except the pony's name was Sophie. That's horse people in a nutshell, I will tell you. I will remember your horse's name and everything about your horse and what it can and can't do and everything it's ever done its entire life. But I don't know your name. I don't know your name. I have no idea who you are. Sophia, she said yes. And her little Turkish dumpling driver, Henry. Yes, her driver was from Turkey. A little Turkish delight. I love it. Okay, wait. I do not want to put neat's foot oil on my boots because, Krista, I love you, but I hate that neat's foot oil. I'm going to put it away. I wonder if I should put the mink oil on my boots. Oh, yes. Here's the other thing. This snowproof. We need snowproof here, I know. Weatherproofing. Does it smell? Is it waxy or oily?
I can't smell anything right now.
This was something else from the Budget Equestrian giveaway.
Yeah, I can't smell anything.
It was really, you have to go. I know you don't do YouTube, like watch a lot of YouTube videos, but the Budget Equestrian, she's just adorable. You got to go watch it. Everybody go. The Budget Equestrian. Boom. Oh, Michelle, I promise I'll mail your package tomorrow. I don't even think I'm not sitting here going. Liam probably won't watch this, so I won't say. She got Liam something when she went to New York. I won't say it in case he's watching. He won't watch Tack Chat to the end. Who am I kidding? I don't know. He kind of likes watching his mom drink wine. It's all the way down my belly. Wait. It's all the way down to my pants.
Oh my.
I just spilled wine all down my boobs. It did not, Doug, if you're watching this, it didn't get on the microphone. Settle down. Hang on, though, y'all. It's really wet.
Yeah, she's not even had that much wine. She's
not. Robert's still here. Wardrobe malfunction. I can't believe that reminds me. What is it? Was it Airplane or Airplane 2? The movie when he talks about his drinking problem and he's like, oh. And like gets himself in the face with it. Robert is old school. He knows what I'm talking about. I think it was Airplane 2. I want to say Airplane 2. One with the space shuttle.
I don't remember. I don't know if I ever saw them. I may have.
I'm triggered. Hang on.
So here's the thing. Along with video, I don't watch movies.
What?
I was too busy watching Rocky Horror 18,000 times.
Okay, well, here we go. I had my shocking moment. I didn't see Rocky Horror until college.
That's not so weird.
Okay.
I saw it in high
and
school.
I didn't know what everybody was talking about. I'm like, excuse me. It's getting late.
We still have 5 more minutes. We still have 5 more minutes of this. It's just going to be Michelle doing weird things.
Yeah.
She can drink that in 5 minutes.
I might be able to. Actually, what's funny is when we do these, when I do the crafting live stream, it's not so bad because it's a little bit earlier and I don't drink or anything. So afterwards, it's no problem. But after Tack Chat, it's like almost midnight and I've been drinking and now I've got to make a thumbnail for the video. And I've got to put cards in there and add the end screen and stuff. And I'm like, and then I got to get up tomorrow and film the video, which y'all look for Thursday's video. It's going to be adorable. I've already decided. Because our text is adorable and my mom's adorable. And oh my gosh, wait, I dropped too many spoilers.
Oh no. Over Macho Grande? No, I don't think I'll ever get over Macho Grande. Airplane? I'll have to watch it. I'll put it on my list.
It really is funny. And it's still relevant, honestly. Airplane. Just watch the first one. Put it on your list. You'll watch it, and the whole time you'll be like, holy crap, they could tell those jokes in the 70s. And me and Robert will be like, yeah, honey, it was a glorious time for movies. And then your second thought will be like, wow, this is all still completely relevant.
I may have seen it because I watched a lot of, I don't know, when I was little, I watched like a lot of like movies that kind of went in one ear and out the other.
Yeah.
Like,
now, this was when I was young. My dad loved this movie. And I saw it when I was young, when we had like HBO, when I lived in New Jersey or something like that. I should probably clean this boot first before I try to weatherproof it. Don't do what I say, not what I do, kids. Look at her. Adriana's watching me grind dirt into my boot. Going, oh, I'm helping. I just want to see what it looked like. This is mink. It says, no, this is the weatherproofing. Where's the mink oil? Does that actually come out of like a mink's butt?
I don't know.
It looks like I picked the wrong day to stop sniffing glue. Yes, I just love that meme. When did we do that? That was a running joke on Facebook one night, and Robert kept putting airplane memes on me. That's a smell. I don't care how much wine you've had.
It's not the wine. It's my sinuses are
mink oil.
Yeah, I've got mink oil paste, but it's like a boot thing, not a
lanolin. That's what I'm smelling in there. That sheepy smell. That sheepy lanolin.
At least it's not stinky goat.
Stinky goat. Stinky goats are not for use on suede or nubuck leather. Caution, will darken light-colored or unfinished leather. So mink oil, silicone, lanolin, and pure neat's foot oil. Just like is in my container that is so clean and fantastic. This is so funny. Smelling glue. Oh, Google says mink oil is made from rendered mink fat. I didn't know if that was... Yes.
Are we abusing minks now?
I know. Now I need to link to the vegan Tack Chat, the vegan one. Yeah, that's definitely... The mink oil is definitely not vegetarian. No.
I wouldn't eat it anyway.
I wouldn't eat it. Who eats mink oil? Hey, if it is just rendered fat, you can cook with it, right?
I wouldn't.
It does have silicone and lanolin.
Yeah.
Neat's foot oil.
It's probably
we're having gumbo. Smells kind of funny. That's the neat's foot.
Silicone. That's a silicone.
That's the silicone in it. Makes your hair shiny. It is 11:30. You guys using a real man quote. What? Okay, I didn't even get that one, Robert. Y'all, okay, I got Krista's saddle oil tonight. We got a lot done. We talked, I don't know if we found anything out about how we're going to talk to these people on Saturday.
I'm out of town, so I don't have to talk to them.
Plot twist, Adriana's not even going to be here.
So if I were going to be here, I still wanted to wear high heels and prance about with a vis attached to me.
I know. Well, I don't know. I'll ask Jennifer if she needs my help on Saturday if we need to do anything. and Amy, of course, and we'll see if there's anything like we need bodies downtown to protect. The bottom line for us is to protect the horses.
Yeah.
Because there have been incidents in cities in America where people have tried to unbuckle a horse's harness or a horse's bridle. And if we're not able to control the horses in public, if they're just running loose, then there's the potential for them to injure people and kill people, for them to injure and kill themselves. It's not a good situation for anybody. And so that's my worst case scenario, is that someone comes up and physically tries to free the horses.
Yeah. At that point, you have a whip.
Right,
like,
that's what the whip is for.
I have...
But that would be why I would be going downtown, would be to physically put my body between my babies and the people who are nutty.
Absolutely.
I might need a little Dutch courage first. I don't know. Without my black belt skills.
Here's that wine tasting shop in City Market.
I didn't really know about that.
Oh yeah, Georgia Tasting Room. They sell mead.
Robert says even Kiwi has gone to a synthetic mink oil. No real minks died for this product.
Oh, yay.
That would be nice. I mean, I'm not against using animal products necessarily, but sometimes it makes me go,
yeah.
Especially, what was it, emu oil? I'm like, how do you get emu? What do you have to squeeze to get oil out of an emu?
You don't want to know.
I don't. Y'all, thank you for joining us for Tack Chat. And I don't know if we got anything accomplished. Robert and Taylor, thank you for showing up, because I know you guys are out there on the front lines downtown. And Lauren, every day, and might have to deal with people like this who don't understand what we're doing. And Rebecca, thanks for joining us. And 4 fabulous friends. Where did my 4 fabulous friends go? And of course, Scott. And my mother, who actually didn't make an appearance tonight. She's in the back room. So everyone say hello to my mother in the comments. But that is all. So good night, Tack Chat. Thank you for joining us. Stay safe and love your ponies. And I'll see you guys on the next video.